Want to increase your chances of winning at Blackjack? Stay tuned to learn the secret technique of card counting. Welcome to BetWise Academy, your ultimate guide to mastering Blackjack strategies and techniques, and where triumph emerges from relentless and unwavering dedication. Don't forget to hit subscribe to stay updated with our latest videos. We want to make sure you don't miss any of our enlightening tips and strategies. And while you're at it, don't forget to click on the notification bell. That way, you'll always be the first to know when we've got fresh content ready for you. Now, let's get back to our card counting adventure. By using card counting techniques, you can really boost your odds in Blackjack. Card counting is all about keeping track of high and low cards that have been dealt, so you can get a good idea of what's left in the deck. When the count is positive, it means there are more high cards, 10 face cards and aces, left in the deck. This is great news for you because high cards increase your chances of hitting a blackjack, which pays out at 3-2, or getting a strong hand. Plus, the dealer is more likely to bust with high cards remaining since they have to keep hitting until they reach at least 17. On the flip side, if the count is negative, it means there are more low cards left. Low cards favor the dealer as they're less likely to bust and can make safer hands, so in this case, you should lower your bets to minimize your losses. Using a simple card counting system like the high-low method can actually turn the house edge from about 0.5% in the dealer's favor to about 1% in your favor. While it doesn't mean you'll win every hand, it definitely tips the long-term odds in your favor. There are several basic card counting methods that beginners can start with. The high-low system is one of the most popular and straightforward methods. The core principle of card counting is to assign values to different cards. Low cards like 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 are assigned a value of +1, while high cards like 10, jacks, queens, kings, and aces are assigned a value of -1. Neutral cards like 7, 8, and 9 are assigned a value of 0 and can be ignored. Step 1 of using this information is to keep a running count. With this very basic initial information, you can begin to tell when the shoe is heavy with high cards, when the count is positive. Now that we've learned about the running count, it's time to convert it into what we call a true count. The true count is crucial in card counting as it gives a more accurate reflection of the composition of the remaining cards in the shoe. To convert the running count into a true count, you simply divide the running count by the number of decks remaining in the shoe. For example, if your running count is +6 and there are 3 decks remaining, your true count would be +2. Now this becomes difficult in casinos sometimes, because they usually have a cover across the dealing shoe. So the best way to work it out is, have a look at the cards that have been discarded. Most casinos will work off a 6 or 7 or 8 deck shoe, and you have to take into account where the cut card is. By converting the running count into a true count, this gives you a more accurate count of how positive and negative the remaining shoe is. Once you have mastered the conversion of the running count into a true count, you can take the next step, applying this knowledge to determine the size of your bets. The importance using the true count to shape your bet size cannot be overstated. Here's how it works. When the true count is positive, this means that there are more high-value cards left in the shoe. You should increase your bet size. Conversely, if the true count is negative, signifying an excess of low-value cards left, you should decrease your bet size. The fundamental principle at play here is simply put, the larger the true count, the larger your bet should be, and vice versa. By sizing your bets based on the true count, you give yourself a strategic advantage, meticulously crafted to maximize your potential winnings and minimize losses. This isn't just a game of chance, it's a game of smart calculations where you make the math work in your favor. Now, you might be wondering, how does bet sizing work in blackjack? In general, the larger your bet, the more you stand to win, or lose. However, using the true count to guide your bet size allows you to make informed decisions, altering your bet size based on the likely outcomes. This way, you're not simply betting big blindly, but adjusting your bets strategically, influenced by the true count. Some basic bet size ranges will be 1 to 5. This means your basic bet is 1 unit, and as the true count gets more positive, you will go up to 2, 3, 4, or 5 units per bet. If you have a deeper bankroll, you could work with a 1 to 10 range. In our next segment, we'll dive deeper exploring advanced card counting strategies. Stay tuned. For seasoned players looking to up their game, diving deeper into advanced card counting strategies like Omega 2 or Wong halves can open up new avenues for success. The Omega 2 system, a balanced card counting strategy, is a level 2 count. It assigns positive, negative, and zero values to each card type, thereby offering a more detailed breakdown of the deck. This in turn allows players to make more informed decisions, increasing the odds of winning enormously. On the other hand, the Wong halves method takes precision to an even higher level by using fractional values. This method is considered one of the most accurate card counting systems around and can provide a significant boost to a player's edge over the house. Both these advanced strategies, with their intricate mechanisms, allow for a more nuanced tracking of the deck composition, thereby enabling players to make more strategic decisions based on the current state of the game. Transitioning from basic to advanced strategies can seem daunting, but it's a manageable feat with the right approach. We will cover these advanced card counting in future videos. Mastering card counting requires dedication and lots of practice and patience. Here are some specific steps to achieve proficiency. Step 1. Commit the values of each card to memory, and run through a single deck and call out loud what the value of each card is, then do it quietly in your head. Step 2. Get into the habit of maintaining a running count using a single deck. Once you are familiar with every card and their individual value, practice a running count on 10, then 20, then 40, then 52 cards at a time. Step 3. When you feel comfortable, introduce more decks to simulate the conditions of a real game. Here are some general tips you can use to also help in becoming a better card counter. 1. Use tangible flashcards or digital mobile apps to drill card values into your mind. 2. Exercise in an environment free of distractions to boost concentration and accuracy. 3. Gradually add distractions to create a realistic casino environment. 4. Continue practicing until you can maintain an accurate count despite numerous distractions. Don't forget, practice makes perfect. With time and commitment, you can utilize the learned strategies and techniques to improve your odds and place smarter bets in the game. Alright folks, let's quickly recap what we've learned about card counting in Blackjack. Card counting is a strategy that can give you an edge over the casino by keeping track of the cards that have been played. We've covered the core principle of card counting and learned basic and advanced methods of this technique. Remember, the running count helps us keep track of the game, while the true count gives us a more accurate representation of our odds. We also discussed how to use the true count to size our bets, and then we dove into the importance of practice and mastery. Practice is truly the key to becoming an expert in card counting. You'll need to commit the values of each card to memory, maintain a running count, and gradually introduce more decks to simulate real game conditions. Don't forget the helpful tips, using flashcards or mobile apps, practicing in a distraction-free environment initially, then gradually adding distractions to mimic a real casino environment. Now, why is all this important? Well, card counting in Blackjack can significantly improve your odds and help you place smarter bets. It may seem complex, but with patience and persistent practice, you can master it and gain an advantage in the game. Remember, practice makes perfect. Keep practicing these techniques and strategies, and you'll be a master card counter in no time. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share our video. At BetWise Academy, let's beat the odds together.